think we are live now. So I am super excited to be talking about this with you guys. I absolutely love our comp plan. Like, I know that's like such a green thing to say, but you guys, like, I don't even care. I am 110% obsessed with it. I literally read it like 5 or 6 times before I got started in the business just because I wanted to make sure I was going to be able to make a lot of money. So this is definitely my best friend, but I just kind of want to go over with you guys kind of the most like basic ground floor type of thing. So you guys know exactly how to go executive, go Ruby, and go Emerald. And if you guys are not already Emerald, you guys are all going Emerald in January and earning that bonus. So I am going to share my screen real quick. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if it'll let me. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna hold my iPad up for you guys because it's not gonna let me screen share the way that I need to, but it's gonna be completely fine. So I'm just gonna spotlight my video real quick just to make sure that you guys can all see me. But if you guys have the comp plan, like if you wanna get it out, you guys totally can, but this is what I'm gonna be looking at. It's page 7 in our comp plan. This is what it looks like. So basically, I'm going to try and get this pulled up on my computer so at least you guys can see this as well. But essentially what it is obviously, if you guys don't know, as you progress in the ranks in our business, you earn different levels of commission per each rank that you rank up to. And what I really like about it is because like it's going to, what is the word? Oh my gosh. It's going to like incentivize the ones that are working towards that rank. And here we go. I got it now. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at in our comp plan. And I am going to get a little color here. Don't, what's it called? Don't judge my handwriting. It's probably not going to be that good, but, this is what I'm looking at. So obviously you guys can see we have distributor, executive, Ruby, and Emerald. So basically from this, I'm not going to go into 100% depth of how to promote to each of these ranks because I'm sure you guys know. And if you don't know, then you will learn soon from your upline. But essentially how you do it is executive, you have those 2 qualified legs underneath you. A qualified leg is someone that has 400 in group volume. To go Ruby, you have 3 qualified legs underneath you with a total of 2,000 GV right here. And then to go Emerald, you have 2 rubies, a qualified leg, and a total of 5,000 GV. That was a very, very quick rundown of all of the stuff. But like I said, I know there's so many different trainings and things like that on how to actually like format that and the charts and all of that fun stuff. I'm just gonna kind of go into like the nitty-gritty type of things. But essentially what this means is as you progress in each rank in our company, you earn a different level of commission. So as a distributor, so you just got started in this company, you're going to earn 10% off of your level 1 and 10% off of your level 2. That just essentially means that if you have me, wow, that doesn't look good. Okay, so I got started and then I enrolled Macy. Oof. That was beautiful. Okay, I enrolled Macy. That's gonna be what it looks like. So I'm gonna get 10% here and 10% off of Macy's Macy's sales as well. So I hope that all makes sense and everything. I'm gonna pull up the chat just in case you guys do have questions. Oh, stop it.
If they have questions, I can just answer them. That way it doesn't distract you. I've been describing, I'd put down the group volume of like what group volume is in super simple terms.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Perfect. You're awesome. Okay. So yeah, Macy's got the chat for me, but this, like I said, this is just kind of like the basic thing. And then obviously, as you see, once you go executive, you're going to unlock that 3rd level of commission. Same thing for Ruby. Once you go Ruby, you unlock that level 4. So that just means literally in like a line, like distributor 1, your downline, level 2 or level 3 and level 4. And then for Emerald, this is where it gets really exciting. So if you guys are looking at the Emerald line right here, you guys can see that you're going to be unlocking a 5th level of commission at Emerald and another level 6 through infinity from going Emerald. So not only are you unlocking that 5th level of commission, but you're also unlocking level 6 and every level beyond. So let's just say you have like a super fast growing team and you have people that are 46 levels down. Like I know for myself, I'm helping a girl go diamond and she's like level 15 on my things, or on my chart. So just because she's on level 15, but I'm still making commission off of that because I am paid as higher than emerald and I've unlocked that level 6 through infinity. Does that all make sense? Can y'all like drop a 1 in the chat just because I don't want to completely lose you guys. Okay, if you lose rank, you no longer get the other levels. So one thing, you never lose rank. That's one thing that I really had to like wrap my brain around. You are never going to lose a rank. Like your highest paid rank will always stay a highest paid rank. You may not be maintaining that highest paid rank, but you will never lose rank. So just kind of like going into that, being like vulnerable with you guys. Like my highest paid rank is triple. I am not maintaining triple diamond right now, but will always be a triple diamond. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But based like from that, you will lose the ranks of commission, or the levels of commission, I'm sorry, if you're not maintaining that rank. So if your highest paid rank diamond and you're currently maintaining ruby, you only make up to level 4 of commission. And then other things kind of go into play in that with compression and those kind of things, but that's kind of like a little more like confusing in advance. So I don't want to like go totally in depth in that. But yeah, just like Macy said, there are so many different ways of making money that even if you aren't like maintaining that highest rank, you can make that up in so many different ways. That's why I absolutely love our compensation plan. I'm trying to think. And then I mean, that's kind of essentially it for like the ruby part. So like or for the emerald part, excuse me. So that's like one of the biggest things I wanted to just touch on is if you guys are not yet emerald, get to emerald, because you are literally unlocking these next 2 levels of commission, and that will completely change your check. If you are paid as emerald and higher, you can look at your commissions tab and it will say emerald bonus. And that's what that means, is this little emerald bonus thing right here. That's exactly what that means, is that part of it. So yeah, that's kind of going into that. And let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like share my screen or share my iPad like this, just so you guys can kind of understand the ruby chart, or gosh, what do I keep saying ruby? Emerald chart. So you have your emerald chart up here and you have yourself. I'm just gonna write some names real quick. Wow, I cannot talk. Allie, I spelled your name wrong. Please don't judge me. Okay, so on my emerald chart, I have these three girls on my top line. So, dang it, that won't work. I was trying to like hold it with my chin. So actually to be boxed for emerald, you need a distributor in each of these boxes. Please don't judge this, you guys. This is backwards for me. So that's what you need to be charted for emerald. It's just essentially a box or a person in each of those boxes. That's another thing that you guys can all talk to your uplines about, like individually on like a coaching call or something like that, just because it can get a little confusing. And whenever you're mass enrolling DTs, like with this huge thing that we have going on right now with the promotions and stuff, you want to make sure that you're placing them in all of the right spots. But it's just for sure something to talk to your upline about, because I know we all kind of do charts in different ways. But if you're coachable, that's it. Like you're fine. You don't need to have any worries or anything. If you're coachable, you're going to be completely fine. And then as for actually promoting to emerald, like I said, you just need to have that ruby leg that has 2,000 in volume with 3 qualified legs, another ruby leg with 2,000 in volume, 3 qualified legs, and then you need a top line qualified leg of 400 GB. You can kind of look at the charts and break them down. And one thing that I really want to kind of like pinpoint to you guys is just looking at a diamond chart real quick. The one thing that I absolutely love about our business is that our ranks, our charts, everything is made out of rubies. So that's why we push you guys so hard to go ruby as quickly as you can, because that's literally just one part of your chart. And then if you can go ruby, you can go ambassador. You don't like, if you can go ruby, like I said, you have every skill you need to go ambassador. And that was one thing that like literally hit me in my heart. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. But just looking at a diamond chart real quick, you guys can see that there's a ruby, which makes an emerald, and then another ruby over here. And then for double, it's the same thing. You have a diamond on this side and then an emerald on this side. So it's a ruby, a ruby, a ruby, a ruby, a ruby, just to go double. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying and everything. But all of our charts are made out of rubies. And I know for going presidential, it's like 19 rubies. And when you break a promotion down like that, thinking like, I only have to help 19 people go ruby, like, that's easy, you know, like that's going to be so simple. And it's the same thing for emerald. You're helping 2 people go ruby. That's so simple. Diamonds, 3 people. Double is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it literally is so much more simpler whenever you break it down like that, just because like I think at least it processes easier in my brain. But Macy, was that everything I was supposed to touch on? I feel like it was, but
Yeah, Allie's gonna speak a little bit on bonuses too, because with you being so green, it kind of gives it a different perspective of her being a little bit yellow, and I know that she took notes, and so we can kind of go over that. That was really well explained. I'm not even someone who's detailed. Like literally, you can just say, hey, go make 500. And I'm like, okay, don't tell me how, just figure it out. And then I make a 12 million mistakes along the way. It's a flaw of mine. I'm trying to work on it. So I even got that. And I still learn new every single day, even though I've been in this business so long. So yes, perfect. Allie, do you want to touch on the bonus just a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. So one thing that Shai did not talk about was it can get really complex. So I understand why she didn't. And again, there's so many trainings on it. If you need more help with your upline, reach out to your upline, reach out to any of us, and we'd be happy to help you individually. But is coding. So after Emerald, the next rank is Diamond. And Jenna said hi. So the next rank is Diamond. And then when you go Diamond, something happens called coding. So if I go Diamond tonight at 11 o'clock and I enroll a distributor tomorrow, I am now Diamond coded to them. And it's infinite. So like they could go enroll all of their neighborhood and I'm Diamond coded to all of those people. I'm only mentioning this because this is how they base some of the things with the promotions that were announced today. So what's it called? So the Emerald bonus is now through February, along with the Ruby bonus. So if you're a brand new distributor, you have 2 bonuses available to you. If you hit Ruby in your first month of joining, then you qualify for the Ruby bonus, which all of the FAQs are in your eSuite. If I butcher something, please go back and look at the details so you don't mess anything up. But it is an additional $300 in your check. And then the Emerald bonus is the $5,000 bonus that was announced today. And it is if you're going Emerald for the first time with 6 loyal customers, brand new in 2021. They announced the Emerald bonus today, but it's active starting the 1st through the end of February is what I gathered from that. So on our Diamond and Above call today, we had Cami and we had Mike talking about all the ways that you can make money with this bonus. You don't have to be Diamond and Above, but if you're a Diamond and above, I mean, the opportunity is like ridiculous. So I'm just gonna kind of read off some of my notes that I took so I don't ramble on because it is a lot and it is kind of complicated. But basically, the Emerald bonus is paid out when you first hit Emerald for the first time with the 6 loyal customers, and it is paid out continuously over 25 months. If you are somebody who is Emerald coded or has a personally enrolled Emerald and you are Diamond and above, you then get the Stack It bonus that they announced. The Stack It bonus is only paid out when an Emerald bonus is paid out. So they're together. So like you're not going to get the Stack It without having an Emerald that's personally enrolled to you achieve that bonus. It's like tit for tat. If you are double coded to this Emerald, it goes up. If you are triple coded to this Emerald, it goes up. So if you are Diamond coded to the Emerald that just earned that bonus, then you get $1,000 of their 5,000, and it's every single time they're paid. So that's just one. This is just one person. If you are double Diamond when you enroll this person that goes Emerald by the end of February, then you get $2,000 every time that they get paid. This is part of the $5,000 of their bonus. I hope that makes sense. If you are triple coded to them, then you get 3,000, Presidential 4, Ambassador 5. So say we were Ambassador coded to the this emerald that popped and earned the bonus, you would essentially earn it too. So you would get paid out just for helping them earn this bonus. If they're not personally enrolled to you, you still want your team to be running for this emerald bonus, because as you just saw with Shy, all of our like promotions and It Works, our compensation plan, everything is centered around rubies, and an emerald is 2 rubies. So if you have emeralds popping left and right, you have rubies popping left and right, which is going to get you, ranking up, your check increasing, your bonuses increasing, literally everything. I'm going to check the chat before I continue. If you remove LCs to get the bonus. Kate, what are you talking about? Okay, so to earn.
Sorry,
what?
Keep going.
I was gonna say, so for the qualifications, you have to have 6 loyal customers new in 2021 under you. But personally, when I was going for the bonuses this year, and that's something that they've done every single year, is you just have to have 6 directly under you to qualify for the bonuses. I do that last. So I'm enrolling customers and I'm helping these people achieve emerald and ruby and all of these different things. So my check is increasing. And then I know once that I've helped them and moved loyal customers, because you actually, as you saw with our compensation plan, can make more money moving your loyal customers than keeping $1 billion under yourself. Then I sit back and I see, if I'm super close to my promotion, maybe a week ahead of time, I start being conscious that I need X amount of customers left for the bonus. If they're smaller orders, or if they don't have a place that they fit on my chart, I don't just need group volume. Maybe I'm literally 27 BV away from 400 in a box, and there's that's hair, skin, and nails, and I just got something that it didn't fit, then I'll keep it to myself. That's kind of situational. But that is the last thing that I do, is move those loyal customers. So right now, Mike literally said, if this is so overwhelming and you don't understand anything to do with coding, anything to do with this, all you see is $5,000 in emerald, he said that you have 2 things to do. Work back to your max rank that you have ever been paid out, so that you can get the most out of our compensation plan or the bonuses if you were diamond and above, the stack of bonuses, and work steps to success to achieve emerald if you have never achieved emerald before. And he made it very clear this is not going to be extended through February. So if you're on here and you are not yet emerald, or you're trying to help somebody go emerald, you only have through the end of February. Does anybody have any questions in the chat before I move on? Yeah, the 6 loyal customers has to start January 1st. You couldn't enroll customers today and keep them and have it count towards the bonus.
I did just want to say one thing real quick about the bonuses. I had to go look at the FAQ before I said this, just to make sure it was right. So if you are an existing distributor, meaning our friends right here, you have until the end of February to get this emerald bonus. And then if you are a new distributor that enrolls after January 1st, 2021, and earn an enrollment month ruby bonus in your enrollment month, you are also eligible for the emerald banquet bonus within your first 2 calendar months. And I just kind of want to explain that a little bit more, because that I remember when I first joined, it was calendar months, and I was like, what the heck is a calendar month? August? I was like, what is that? And so what that means is, let's just say you have a DT that enrolls January 2nd. Their first full calendar month is February, because they already missed January 1st. So it's not a calendar month. It's basically just a extra 29, 30 days in January that you get to work up to that bonus. But that specific person technically has until the end of March to earn that bonus, because February is calendar month 1, March is calendar month 2. And I believe that's the same thing for February. You have to look at the FAQ, and I don't want to lie to you guys, but I'm 99% sure if you have a DT that enrolls February 15th, they have until the end of April to earn that emerald banquet bonus as well. So I just kind of wanted to share that as well because, I mean, that's like crazy. So it's not like you have a DT that joins February 27th and you're like, okay, let's go Ruby in an hour. Like you still have 2 more months to help them do that. So that's kind of other thing I wanted to add too, just for you guys that are like, okay, like I'm a Ruby, like how am I supposed to help people earn this? You have more than enough time to help people on your team earn those bonuses as well. So I just wanted to say that, but that was my only thing.
Thank you for clearing that up. I feel like you said that a lot better than I did. But if you gather one thing from what we said yesterday with consistency and what we're talking about now with the levels that are inside of our compensation plan, something that's super, super, super critical towards success in this industry is layered leadership. And there's actually a really good personal development book called Built to Last that if you have never read it, you absolutely have to, because I know me and alongside all these other leaders, you heard our journey, you heard our story with consistency yesterday, and this business is not meant to be done by yourself. It is 100% built to have teamwork established in it and layered leadership. In this book, Built to Last, he says basically, like, if you are able to turn off your phone and walk away for like a month and your business still thrives or succeeds, then you have created a good amount of layered leadership and good leaders on your team. So if you are just trying to like figure out what in the world this means, basically it's like I could do all the things. Maybe I have like 5 new distributors and me personally, I have time to do all of these things, but if I want to implement layered leadership in my business, I'm going to go to maybe more experienced leaders on my team, the people who I'm placing these new distributors with, and say, hey, I just placed so-and-so with you. Would you introduce them to our team page? Now, I could have very well sent them a text message and said, hey, like, can't talk tonight. You do this, you go here to find this script for so-and-so, but dictating that responsibility to somebody is going to help them grow, and then they're going to know how to tell the new person how to find things, and the new person's going to enroll somebody and find something else, and it's like a domino effect. And it's going to create people who are able to find things for themselves, are able to lead trainings like this for themselves, for their teams, and it's going to make your business sustainable. Like if you were able to get sick one day, or you're able to get sick, oh my God, everybody's able to get sick. If you get sick one day and you have something to do, you don't have to worry about having 50 people that are waiting for your response. There's other people that are able to help them. And that's why there's so many levels on our charts. And that's why as your team gets bigger and bigger, the levels get deeper and deeper. It's because it is meant to be a team effort. Macy, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. I'm yellow and then I'm also red and I'm also blue. I'm literally everything. But I agree. And something that I want to add on to that is just knowing that you're not alone. So like if everything confused you, number one, I'm that person, everything confuses me. You have to dumb it down. Dallas, my fiance, he's always like, why don't you get it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Just dumb it down for me a little bit. So if you're like that, it's totally fine. That's why we have the layered leadership in this team. And so you can go to your enroller and confidently ask, hey, what does this mean? Or, hey, what do I say to this? We have such a great distributor training program. I don't know how Cheyenne and Katie do it necessarily, but I do know that they're really great at duplication. And so we're always here every single step of the way. And that's something that you have to be confident with. And it's not about us anymore. We're at a point in our business, we're triple diamonds and above for a reason, because we've gotten here. We've known how to lead other people to their success, and it's not about us anymore. So when you come to us with a problem, or when you come to us with a question, don't feel guilty about that. I always ask people to please ask me a million questions. I would rather you blow up my phone and get on my nerves than never hear from you and you not ask any questions at all, because I don't know if you have, I don't know if you care. I don't know. I have all these, I'm like an overthinker. So I automatically think that you quit. Like I just think that way, I try not to, but I do. And so just be coachable and open up your heart and open up your mind to know that we're here to lead you, and you have to trust the process. So if something doesn't go your way or something confuses you, you can't let that consume your mind and think, oh, this business isn't for me. No, chances are you just learned it some other way. And guess what? There's about 1 billion other people in this company that have different ways of doing things. And that's what we're going to teach you. So if something doesn't work, bam, you can just move on to the next step. It's kind of like a learning process along the way. And I've failed 1 billion times, but that's how I learn is I'm coachable and I'm open-minded and I ask questions. And so you need to do that for yourself and for your team, because that's going to lead you a lot further. And something I wanted to share with you guys is it's like a page in this book and it says the law of influence. And it basically says nothing more, nothing less. True leadership cannot be awarded, appointed, or assigned. It's the matter of influence that you have. And so it says basically the characteristics of that is like relationships, building relationships. Something that you'll notice in this business is we're huge on relationships. And so you're not going to be lost. You can find, 1 million other people to connect with. So another thing is knowledge. So that's asking questions, being coachable, ask those questions and you will get to the top. That's how we got to where we are. That's how we are all, I'm claiming it over us. We're going to be in the top 150. Okay. I'm claiming it over us right now. We're going to do it. We're going to be there next year because we've learned along the way and experience. So trust your leader to guide you. And if you don't agree with what your leader says, well, guess what? Again, you can go, to 15 other people and work with them. And then another thing is ability. So ability to learn. Just be coachable, learn, and just trust the process and enjoy it. And I know I've been someone in the past that has put too much pressure on myself to where I was like, oh my gosh, if I don't hit something by this date, then I'm quitting. Or if I don't hit something by this date because this person's going to hit it, then I'm a failure. No, that's not how this is. You have a different journey from every single person. So if you're new and you haven't signed your first customer yet, and it's about to be your 30th day, well, guess what? It's not the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. Just keep moving forward and don't give up on yourself. And that's basically kind of what I wanted to go over tonight, of just giving yourself grace and don't compare. And I don't know, my mind's just kind of all over the place, but it just was kind of laying on my heart to let you know that if you're on the verge of being discouraged or quitting or things like that, chances are that you just have to ask a few questions, and us as leaders can come to the bottom of it and figure out what is not working, what's working. And for the Emerald bonuses, you guys, if you're counting yourself out, y'all, do not do that. Do not do that until the very last day that the Emerald bonus is no longer a thing. Count yourself in and just say, you know what, I'm going to give it my best shot. And don't sit here, and we talked about consistency yesterday. Don't sit here and be like, okay, I'm going to work really, really hard to get this Emerald bonus and then work 1 day a week and then get mad when you don't earn it. No, consistency is going to build that momentum, and momentum is going to build that success. And I promise you that when you look in, well, I guess the calendar month would be March. When you promote in March, you're going to look back and be so proud of yourself. So don't count yourself out. Be so confident that you can do it, and say affirmations over yourself and just ask questions. Be coachable, and we will guide you every single step of the way. The culture of this business is something I will brag about to the day that I die. If I did not make another dollar in this business for the next 70 years, I would still say because of the relationships and just the efforts that people give to truly care about you. Kind of off topic, but just kind of flows sometimes. So there you go. If anybody wants to add anything to that.
I do actually want to say one thing before I think Katie's going next, but just the one thing I wanted to say was how she was talking about, like, you're going to learn along the way. Whenever my upline, which is Cheyenne Knox, whenever she went ambassador, she was telling us how she was like, I am sitting on a mound of failures right now. And it was kind of like weird at first. I was like, wait, what? But like now that like I'm looking at it, I'm like, that is so true. Like I am sitting where I am right now because I have failed so many times. Like I have failed doing different things, and I figured out and I pivoted and I figured out the next thing to do, and it was just one foot in front of the other, and it just like spoke to me in like so many different ways. So I hope that like speaks to some of you guys. But Allie, did you have anything you want to add, or did you just want Katie to close us out?
I can't wait to hear Katie's perspective on this, being so red, what she thought of all the announcements today, because I know my red was screaming.
Okay, I didn't know if I could unmute myself or not, but okay. Hi friends, the red is here. So I want you to get a piece of paper out, and I want you to draw 5 boxes. So I'm going to talk about layered leadership. It's my favorite thing to talk about. I feel like I always get asked to talk about layered leadership because it's so important to me, and it's something that I learned so hard in the beginning of my business. If you knew me in 2018, I was the bulldozer. I did not want to trust my team. Drop a 1 right now if you felt like you've ever bulldozed on your team before. When I joined, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to do everyone's chart. I didn't want to teach anyone how to chart anything. I didn't one circle 2018, LOL. I didn't want to teach anyone how to chart. I didn't want anyone to know how to post. I wanted to give every single person all of their posts, all their messages. I wanted them to literally screenshot everything to me. Like, I did not want them to breathe without talking to me first. Okay, it sounds controlling, right? Well, that's how it was. That's how it is when you're an unhealthy, toxic red and you don't want to share any kind of leadership with anyone else in your team, because it's almost like it's threatening. So maybe if you're rising the ranks and you're looking at your team, you're like, I don't want them to know more than I know. Okay, that's kind of where it comes. Or you can, like, if you're controlling and you're trying to talk yourself out that, like, you're not controlling, you're being controlling, you're not taking care of them, you're actually suffocating them, and what you're doing is you're putting a lid on their success right now. So move. Take the lid off and throw it and crush it, because it's glass. It's a glass ceiling that you're creating for your team right now. And so I want you to, those 5 boxes I told you to draw. These 5 boxes are something that I've really drilled into my leaders' head over the past 6 months, is that you have to find your core 5 people on your team. Okay, and these core 5 people don't have to be all triple diamonds or all double diamonds or all diamonds. They're actually just the 5 people in your downline who have the biggest influence. So they could be just a distributor, but they have this awesome vibe and they love on everybody and they do all these things. Something about layered leadership is identifying what that person is so good at and bringing it out and having them give it to everyone else. And so I would find somebody who's super, super encouraging and loves to just love on people and makes people feel good. Give them a job. Okay, part of creating layered leadership is allowing people to rise up in positions that you don't have strengths in. Okay, I'm a super, super hella red green, and I'm just not the best at lifting people up and encouraging them and giving them spotlight and recognition. It's just not my thing. So I have all my yellows and my blues. I have them really pull that out for my team. Okay. If you only have 2 people, then you run with those 2 people. Okay. If there's absolutely anything I know about promoting, is you truly don't need any more than 2 people working with you to go diamond. Okay. One of the 2 people that I had working on my diamond chart when I went diamond, one was a 400 box and she had 3,000 GV all to herself, and everything else was done by myself and my one ruby who enrolled like 6 customers that month. Okay. I promise you can do it with 2 people. So please don't look at your core 5 box and be like, I have 2 people. 2 people's enough. Okay. And so I'm reading the chat because I want to make sure I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You only need a handful of people to go VIP too. Okay, yeah. So dream about the 5 type of leaders if you don't have 5. But find somebody who loves to love on people. Find somebody who's super loud and likes to organize Zooms. Those greens, man, give them a task, like a list of tasks that you want them to do. Let them go create it and make it pretty and send it to your team every single day. Okay, some people have Ruby chats. I don't know if you guys do that. But if you have like a Ruby chat or like a daily task chat or whatever chat that you have, find somebody that does that. Find somebody to actually go and message people. Have somebody to organize contests, post your pending posts for your team. Like, there's all, if they don't want to work at all, then you go find new people. There's no sense in talking about people who don't want to work. You go find new people. If you just sit there and you always dwell on people who are not working, all you're going to do is sit exactly where you're at. If you're looking behind you, you're never going to go forward. You have to be looking forward in order to move in your business. So let's not even talk about those. If they're not working, they don't exist. Okay, so about the announcements today. So who's going to get a $5,000 bonus? Drop a 2. Wow, you all want to be broke? I don't see 35 2s. Yeah, here they come. Okay, that's right. Everyone wants to be rich, right? That $5,000 bonus changed everything for me. I remember when I went Ruby, I thought I was balling with my like $500 check. But then the Emerald bonus came. $5,000. Can you even fathom, like, what would you do with $5,000 right now? Drop it in the chat. What would you do with $5,000? I want to see some answers. I'm not going to continue. I will literally sit here and stare at you until you answer. There we go. see. Look at that. Look at all those cool things. Okay. So when I was going triple, I did a Zoom one time, and it was probably my favorite Zoom that I've ever done. But I had everybody write down their biggest fear on this piece of paper and then shred it into tiny pieces. So tonight, I want you to get a piece of paper and the one doubt that's in your mind, because if you're going for a bonus, I know you have a fear. There's not a single person on here that's going to look at that $5,000 bonus and be like, oh, it's mine, it's in the bag. You're going to have a fear. You're going to have some kind of underlying doubt that you've been dealing with. Maybe you're comparing yourself. Maybe you're counting yourself out. I want you to write it down, and I want you to take it to whoever you live with, if you live with somebody, or FaceTime somebody, and I want you to rip it to shreds and tell them that that belief no longer belongs to you. Okay? But do this yourself in your own time. Okay? Because this was so powerful for me, and I literally just made it confetti, and then I blew it all over the room, and it was awesome. So just do it. Make a huge mess, and then don't clean it up till the next day so you remember in the morning. Okay, so I said the core 5. I'm trying to talk really fast because I'm really hot and I need to take this hoodie off. So core 5 bonuses. Okay, now when you're talking to your team about the bonuses, whose team has fallen off, or maybe you don't know how to have a conversation about the bonuses? Drop a 3. Okay, this is what I do. I don't even beat around the bush. I FaceTime them. Okay, I'm really big about building relationships with my team. So when I enroll a distributor, the first thing I do is I FaceTime them so I can talk to them. So whenever that distributor falls off the face of the earth, there's never going to be any kind of awkward stage, because I will just call them for no reason. And if they don't answer, then I will call them 3 times. And if they don't answer in the 3 times, if they don't call me back, then they don't deserve my time anymore. And so I want you to call them. And as scary as that might be, I just want you to imagine right now, if your upline called you out of nowhere and was so excited about this bonus that you were eligible for, and they believed that you could do it, don't you think that you would give them the time of day? Think about how special you would feel if somebody called you and they were so full of belief and so excited for you. Would you pick up the phone and say, I don't really care about $5,000? Definitely not. You're not going to say that. It honestly doesn't matter what color you are. If Shay called me and she was like, yo, Katie, you're going to get a $5,000 bonus. All you have to do is go Emerald. All I need is 6, 7, 8, 9 distributors. You just need 9 distributors to go Emerald. That's really not a lot. That's like 2 distributors a week for a month. That's it. If you got 2 distributors a week for a solid month, and then you spent the next 30 days pouring volume into your chart, you'd go Emerald. And if you break it down like that to your people, be full of belief and full of excitement, and just break it down. Don't say, oh my God, we need a 5,000 GV to go Emerald, and you're going to do it in 60 days. That's really overwhelming, right? 2 distributors a week for 4 weeks. Then spend the next 30 days getting all of their shopping sprees and all of them to the 400 club. Piece by piece. FaceTime them every 2 to 3 days. Okay, when you FaceTime them, they feel so special, because when you enroll somebody, they think you are the bee's knees. They joined you because they think you're so freaking cool. Even if you don't think you're cool, or you think maybe your team doesn't think you're cool anymore, when I call my distributors, they answer. Because they love me, because they joined me, and they love spending time with me, okay? Yeah, see, look, they think we're famous. Little do they know we're normal people, and we're just that excited to talk to them all the time, okay? It really be like that, really. So just call them and just talk to them like a human. Do not call them and say, listen, Linda, you are going to get this $5,000 bonus because I said so. Absolutely not. You're going to call them, and you're going to break down this bonus and tell them, look, I'm calling you because I believe in you, because I actually think you're capable of this, and I can tell you exactly how to do it, but all I need you to do is meet me halfway. I need you to just be willing and be coachable, and I will put in the time behind it. Okay? That's it. And if they say no, let them go, because they'll come back, because they always do. That's what I'm saying. They always come back. I came back. It took me 6 months to come back, but I came back. Okay? And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So if you just reach out initially, break it down, make it a thing, and then maybe give them a job. sometimes people fall off because they don't feel important. And that's really where that layered leadership is going to come in, because I had a lot of people fall off and come back. And it was just because they didn't feel significant anymore. So maybe call them, make them your core 5, and figure out what their strengths are. If they're red and they quit, you probably made them feel insignificant. If they're blue, you hurt their feelings. If they're green, you might have not explained anything to them. And if they're yellow, you could have said one thing on the wrong day and they cried and thought that they weren't good enough to come back. Okay? So just call them and talk to them like a human. Break it down, and then just go from there. That's all I have.
I seriously love that so much. And I think it's funny because Katie and I do have the same upline, so we can kind of relate on different things. But I know I kind of shared this whenever I was talking about my story to you guys on Sunday, but that's exactly what Shay did for me too. She literally called me outside of the Amalie arena in January of 2018 and was like, look, they just announced a $5,000 Emerald bonus. You're almost charted, basically charted. Like, do you want to do this? And I was like, what do I have to do? And she was like, follow my lead. And that was it. That was all she had to say. It was nothing like, I mean, I could say like, I don't even know what I was going with that. I just lost every train of thought, but it's fine. But like, she didn't give me like this whole entire like spiel. It was literally just like, do you want to earn this bonus? I said, yes. She was like, great, follow me. Follow my lead. And that was it. Just copy the right cat, you guys. Like if you see one of these or leaders on here that you're like, I vibe with her, like, okay, like I can kind of feel her, follow their lead. Just copy the right cat. And that's literally all it is. Because I mean, sometimes it just takes that little bit of empowerment to completely change someone's business. And I know for me, if Shay wouldn't have called me and said that, I would not be sitting here right now. And none of my team would be here because I wouldn't be here. You know, and it's just crazy what one simple phone call can do. And that was exactly what I did with some of my girls today. I just went back and messaged a ton of people, and I have FaceTimes and coaching calls set up because you never know what just one thing you can say to them can completely change everything. So English, any of you guys have anything else to add to that?
I'll add one thing. So if you are new, and because I'm speaking to this because I know I have new distributors on. If you're new and you like, again, like the leadership thing doesn't really vibe with you yet because you don't have people, like I know how it is, like you're not really thriving off of leadership yet. You're just trying to make a buck and you're just trying to get going. First thing that I want you to do, and I really challenge you to do tonight, is text your enroller and just say, I want this. Because that's confirmation of letting them know that you want to move forward, especially if they haven't heard from you in 15, 16, 1,200 days. Like text them and just say, hey, I know I've been absent, or I know I've been quiet. I want this. And guess what? Us as leaders welcome you with open arms. Some of us, I mean, some people might react differently, but I know these people, and I know people are not. Nobody's going to be like, absolutely not. We're going to open you with open arms and be like, you know what? Here you go. Let's go. Let's run with this. And so if you are someone who's fallen off, or maybe you haven't fallen off and you're just so new, you're like, I don't know. I'm so overwhelmed, but I just want this. Again, text your enroller and be like, hey, I don't know what they talked about this entire time, but I want this. I'm excited and I want this. And guess what? We're going to run forward with you because we're going to know who wants this and who doesn't. And not saying if you don't text us and say that, then you don't want it. But that really makes you stand out and be that person that if you are new, be that person who's going to be like, you know what? I'm claiming I'm going to be a diamond on her team. I'm going to be a leader, even if it takes me 2 years or whatever. Y'all heard my story. It took me a year to promote. And I actually told it wrong. It took me a year to promote to executive and then 6 months after that to go Ruby. So LOL, if I can do this and I've been able to do all these things that I never thought possible, you can do this. And I can tell you now that the team and the efforts and what we have going on now is so much better and 12 times better than what we had 5 years ago when I joined. I wish I would have had what we have now. And, you live and you learn, but seriously, be coachable and just ask questions, you guys, because that's going to allow us to really separate the ones from who want it and who don't want it, because we're here to lead you and we're going to empower you and show you that you are 100% capable. Like my love language is empowerment. My love language is letting people know that, hey, you can freaking jump on the moon if you want to. Like, I want you to believe in yourself. So you just have to start somewhere. And if you're paralyzed in fear, talk to your enroller. And I bet you that they can talk you down from that ladder and just take you step by step. So, Allie, I don't know if you want to add anything, but.
Yeah, I like what Katie said because it feels like today, my biggest thing was I went through all of the people that have ever been in my organization. And if you've been in there like, and it works like a while like we have, that's a lot of people. But I thought to myself, like, what are these people that they either got started and stopped or promoted with me and fell off, or maybe they just like disappeared. Like, I want to find out what happened to them, because we have a really good launching point right now with It Works rebranding itself and the year starting over, and everybody is ready for a fresh new start after 2020, and new products, bonuses, all of these things that appeal to everybody. So I want to say, along with Macy, don't count yourself out. And don't count out those people that have been sitting like on the sidelines waiting for you to like hold out your hand to them and see if they do have questions, if they do have anything that they're willing to ask, or maybe they're scared to ask and you have to ask the hard questions. Like Macy said, like, if you have been just sitting here watching us tonight, please confirm with your uplines that you are ready to run, because this season is not going to slow down anytime soon. We have more products coming out in February, and the compensation plan just keeps getting better and better. And wholeheartedly, we want you to be successful in this, and to see success, and to see the large paychecks, and to establish the leadership. And that's why we're doing this series with you. So yeah, even if you think they know you're ready to run, let them know. And set up those coaching calls this week. Set up, times that you're able to communicate, and just start fresh. It's almost the new year, which is so crazy, but I just feel so like convicted that 2021 is going to just like blow everything out of the water. So Cheyenne, IDS.
Yes, ma'am. I
'Cause
literally
we
was
have
just pulling it up. So you guys, the beautiful IDS picture. I wish I could zoom in on the emerald part and just to show you guys. But that was probably enough time. I'm just so thankful for all of you guys being on here. I'm so glad to be doing this with these other leaders and all of you guys. Tomorrow we have something really, really awesome to talk about. And yeah, I'm just super excited. So this will be on my YouTube. Link will be shared everywhere. Yeah, y'all have a great night. Go get your coaching call set up, all of the good things, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, you guys.